Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
So the story of Kindergarten Cop picks up at this jumping 90s mall. Everybody and their grandma out here shopping, but we didn't have Amazon Prime yet. So I mean, what were you gonna do? The shot pans over to our lead character, Detective John Kimball. He's out on the case. He been following this dude named Cullen Crisp for a few years. Also, I'ma just go ahead and say it. The detective looked like he stink up under that coat, man. I really hope he put on some deodorant. Anywho, Ponytail has got to meet these dope fiends in the back of the mall for some reason.
Listen, you just gotta ask for at least $1,000.
I'll get as much as I can. You gotta hide.
This just seems like a really unsafe place to meet this creepy dude. But anyway, the man dope fiend got some information Ponytail been looking for a long
Just
time.
tell me what you have, Danny, and I'll take good care of it.
This nigga lying, he gonna shoot you.
I was doing a delivery for Corky last week out of state, and I ran into your ex. It's in Astoria, Oregon.
So the dope fiend comes up off the information on the location of Ponytail's ex without even getting the money. But it's fine, I'm sure it's fine. It's not fine. He shoots that nigga immediately as his girlfriend shivers in that box. Now finally, the damn Terminator catches up with the situation. He trying to put two and two together. If you didn't have that hot ass trench coat on, you would have been right there on bruh heels.
I didn't kill him. I didn't kill him.
Was it Crisp?
I don't know. I didn't see anything. I was in a box over there, and I did. What are you doing?
So after basically asking her two questions, he immediately handcuffs this bitch to a corpse. I mean, that's gotta be a violation, right? But by this time, Ponytail done ran off. He done had time to stash the fire. And it turns out he was meeting them in this mall because his mama is also in this mall getting her hair whipped up by this cliche gay 90s hairdresser character.
Listen, Crisp, you're under arrest. Put your hands on your head, slowly, and get up. Drop the gun! Yeah, that's right, drop the gun!
So just then Barney Fife and them rush in, but they don't believe that this detective is actually a detective.
Jeez.
I'm a cop, you idiot! I'm Detective John Kimball. This man is under arrest.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm checking it out.
See, this just seems like racism. They don't believe he the police because he got an accent and a trench coat.
I have a witness too. It's murder one this time. Now you're mine.
What you looking for, some dick?
Meanwhile, back at the fucking Power Rangers command center, they're interrogating the dope fiend's girlfriend. You get introduced to the other cop working the case. Her name is Phoebe O'Hara, Hamburglar, fucking DW head ass. But the girlfriend is actually standing 10 toes down, man. She ain't coming up off no info.
I know you're in there. I know what you want, but you ain't getting it, ever. No lineup, no testimony. So you can take your handcuffs and shove them up your ass.
So after beating them niggas to death with some good old white privilege and a quick middle finger, Kimball actually finds out where this girl parties at and shoots dope. So he beats up a couple of minorities, as you do. Then he whips out the pump shoddy on this black dude behind him that honestly could have really used the shape up in front of his girl, man. He just embarrassed this dude.
Shit, who you think he is? He look at and kick his ass.
So he continues his violent rampage as he makes his way through this daytime heroin party. But these dudes ain't having it, man. They pull the fire out immediately and start busting on him. Which brings me to an obvious question. Why didn't they meet Ponytail here? I mean, at least you would have had backup. So he spots the girlfriend in the corner already laid up on another nigga, but he convinces her to go back to the station with him and ID Ponytail. I mean, after a little bit of sexual harassment, of course.
I like you, Cindy.
So they do the whole cliche lineup thing. She picks him out. He makes some super weird faces. The chick from Ants is happy as hell. And Crisp is going to jail, y'all. No bail. They got an eyeball wit.
You know what to do.
I'm your mother, aren't I?
Once the arraignment is over, the captain tells the detectives they have to be the one to run down that lead that Ponytail's wife might be in Oregon. I think she ran off with like $3 million or something. So after a little bit of emotional abuse of a child, they hop in a rental car and they make their way up to Astoria. But along the way, O'Hara gets sick, y'all. Y'all don't remember she ate this nasty egg sandwich out of that courtroom machine. Like, it's not even refrigerated. So the whole trip up there, they got to keep stopping and making sure she don't like dookie all over the place. Also, she's sleeping next to some vermin. So there's that.
Oh, excuse me, I forgot to tell you. This is my ferret.
So the original plan was for O'Hara to go undercover as a teacher in a school so they could find Ponytail's son. But she got the heroin withdrawals. Kimball gonna have to take over. So he puts on what I can only assume is his best corduroy coat and he goes to meet with the principal. Now the principal is the only one that knows that he's a cop, that there's a case going on.
All I have to do is tell my parents that you're here for something to do with the police.
And they'll yank their kids out of the school so fast we'd have to close the place, and don't you think I won't.
So after that stern white lady warning, she takes him to the class, but first she gotta explain what happened to the other teacher, of course.
Did she die?
No, Lowell, she went to see someone.
Did they die?
No, Lowell.
Somebody need to check low internet history. Anyway, my boy Kimball walks in. They do the classic, oh my God, how tall is he shot? And then immediately he's thrust into the role of being a kindergarten teacher.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Thanks for the tip.
You had to kind of be there, but trust me, that line killed when this movie came out.
I need to go to the bathroom and I can't get these things off.
So instead of struggling with these Oshkosh Bagosh overalls, he goes and gets a female, which is, of course, what you should do. But just that fast, yo, the class devolves into straight anarchy, Lord of the Flies. I mean, they need their asses whooped. I'm going to just go ahead and say it. Also, we got pervy looking up under the skirt kid. Like, in hindsight, this seems like such a red flag behavior. But anyway, the principal sees the whole thing going down, but she's not really going to stop it.
No, 2 more days of this, and you'll quit.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
So after yelling at these 6-year-olds at the top of his lungs, Kimball realizes, you know what, this job isn't for me, man. And you know what, being a cop isn't for me either. He just quits the force, and that's just the end of the movie. It's such a weird, abrupt ending to a movie. I'm just playing, y'all. He went to the car and he got that ferret. Y'all remember the ferret that was crawling all over O'Hara when she was sick? He got it. He's using it as a class pet. And after a long 20-minute school day, school's over. That's it. That's it for the whole day. So Kimball's feeling down. He's feeling dejected. And this one kid decides to come back and just kind of, you know, just kick him in the nuts. Just a little bit.
Mrs. Hadley's a lot better than you. My mom's a teacher in the school, and she's a lot better than you too.
Who is somebody we seen on camera twice that has speaking parts that could possibly be this little blonde kid's mom? I don't know. We'll find out later on. Kimball makes it back to the hotel room and he's basically dead. Not as dead as O'Hara though. She's got the heroin withdrawal. By the next day, the word of Conan the Destroyer being a substitute teacher at this school has spread to the Horny Moms Club.
Holy cow, is that your new teacher?
Yeah?
Oh, God.
What you looking for, some dick?
Like, I ain't lying, they are on this nigga. They coming up with reasons to have fake meetings in the classroom. They basically just giving him a headache.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
Seriously, somebody watch that little kid, man.
What I meant was, you tell me, who is your daddy and what does he do?
My dad repairs red cars driven by women who have pinheads. My dad doesn't live with us anymore. He lives in New York and drives a taxi.
My mom hopes he's gonna die real soon.
Our mom says that our dad is a real sex machine. My dad is a gynecologist and he looks at vaginas all day long. I don't know what my dad does. I haven't seen him in a long time.
In the arms of the angel.
Now, Kimball really wants to know about that weird kid in the back of the class that's not talking, but before he can get any of those questions answered, everything is interrupted by a fire drill. He gets a quick moment to lock eyes with love interest lady. Her name is Joyce, by the way, but I like love interest lady. But Kimball, he's on the case, man. He thinks this is the little kid he's looking for. He even actually tries to run up on the mom, but she's not having none of it. On the way to dinner, he tries to tell his theory to O'Hara, but she's also not hearing it. Now, at the restaurant, they run into love interest lady and, of course, her son. It's so obvious. I guess they was on the way back from like a Hitler Youth convention. Anyway, they have some coffee, some hors d'oeuvres, some delicious delectables. He's explaining why he likes to be a teacher. O'Hara is using a fake accent, pretending to be his sister, and of course, she's eating. That's all she does the entire movie. That's why you was on the toilet in the first half.
Look, you're gonna be out of here in a few days. You told me yourself you had a few good leads. You're gonna be back to dealing with junkies and murderers in no time.
But Kimball kind of says he doesn't know, man. Maybe that fast-paced, shoot-em-up, bang-bang, slap-around the minorities lifestyle isn't for him. The next day at school, he decides to get serious. It's police school now, and the kids react, how you think they would. Turn those frowns upside down, kids. We're gonna do this in a montage. We're not gonna take a long time, and we're gonna take a bunch of stuff and squeeze it into like a minute or so and put a 90s track behind it. We're gonna show progress. We're gonna show bonding. We're gonna show the principal can't even believe it. Hey, does anybody else remember getting milk passed out on a tray? Do they still do that? Y'all let me know in the comments. Anyway, Kimball is having these crazy daydreams about Chris rolling up on him with that fave, but they just daydreams. They get interrupted by love interest lady inviting him over to dinner. Like, bitch, don't you got a class to be teaching? Back at the hotel room, O'Hara is getting her some ding ding. Apparently her boyfriend drove all the way from LA to Oregon with hot pasta. Like, nah, I'm not eating that shit either, dog. Your dick was out around that food. I'm not eating that food. The next day, he finally runs down on that kid's mom, the one he thinks is Ponytail's ex.
Hi. I've been leaving messages on your machine.
I'm sorry, things been kind of hectic.
What about now?
So after asking her a few borderline inappropriate questions, the woman just kind of reveals that the husband is a bitch ass nigga. He be beating her, he be beating the kid. That's definitely bitch ass behavior. We catch up with the junkie girl who's out doing what junkies do, man. They buying dope. And then we find out that Ponytail's mama is actually in on this deal. Spoiler alert, that girl is dead. They gave her a hot shot, man. So with no witness, they gotta kick Chris, man. He's out of jail, just like that. Out on the streets, no face, no case. Kimball pulls up to Joyce and Dominic's house for dinner. He's got wine and flowers. He's a gentleman, but fuck all that. Let's check out this wicked fort, man. My man got the bucket seats, and he's telling them something about these lasers that he invented to keep away bad people.
I'll plant one of my lasers on that antenna, but I'll have to do it at night. Otherwise, the bad people will know where it is.
So he's doing his cop thing, investigating. He starts to believe that maybe this is Joyce's ex and her kid. I mean, he even gets caught in their house snooping around. So after they have the dinner, he starts really digging in with the questions.
I told Dominic that he lived in France. I didn't know who my ex-husband was when I married him. I was young and stupid and I made a mistake.
So the next day at school, O'Hara pops in to tell him, look, we ran all Joyce's financials. Everything's coming back clean. She may not be the person we're looking for. So Kimball doesn't know what to think at this point. Right about then, the little quiet bowl cut kid shows up with some bruises after the Terminator told you don't do that. So he runs right past the mama, confronts the dad. He's polite about it. He hits him in the stomach. But the whole school sees it, even the principal.
Will you tell me something? Don't lie. What did it feel like to hit that son of a bitch?
Felt great.
Hey, so what do you know? Sometimes stuff works out. Once the weekend hits, they have a massive elementary school fair. And I mean, this is like a real fair, y'all. They got live entertainment, people getting groped at three-legged races, lame Abraham Lincoln plays. It's not important. What is important is Crisp and his mama is in town and they done found these fools.
If Joyce is Crisp's wife, she's got to cooperate and tell us about the money or she gets no police protection. Nice, huh?
So basically at this point, the jig is up and he got to just tell Joyce, look, man, I'm the police. We the police. We know you know something about that money. She reacts pretty much how you think she would and should. Kimball goes back to the house and find out Dominic is missing.
No, you let him, Joyce, if he is Dominic, I'll kill you!
Stop it!
God, let go of me!
We'll find it. Stop it.
So he got wind of the bad people and apparently he took this time to go put one of his tinfoil lasers on a tower. My nigga, was you about to for real die over some fake laser technology you just created? Jesus Christ. They get him back to the house. The mom is pissed and she's ready to go. But after a quick makeout session, they convince her that they can keep her safe.
Today, we're going to talk about strangers.
So they got O'Hara in here pretending to be another type of police. It don't matter. Ponytail is on the scene.
Here's what you've been waiting for, the kindergarten. Have a look.
So I don't know how he doesn't know O'Hara from the arraignment, but he definitely remembers Kimball. So he gets scared as hell. He go outside and get the fire from his mama. Then he go back into school and starts an actual fire in the library. This nigga is tripping. So of course all alarms start going off, even the sprinklers, because this is a real fire. It's like chaos outside. But Kimball is telling Dominic, yo, stay with me, but he loses track of him in the middle of the melee.
Help! Somebody help me! Help! Ranger!
So our soggy heroes point out where Ponytail went. Kimball got that thing in the ankle holster, and even the mama runs back into school. So everybody's here, completely undoing the work of those firemen, by the way. Now once Ponytail gets him alone, he do some truth telling.
I'm your father, Dominic. Don't you recognize me?
Kimball's hot on the trail, but we still got time for a few laughs.
Don't you know the building is on fire?
Back outside, O'Hara finally gets the thumb out her ass and decides to help. Meanwhile, the mom is out here listening to her drill music playlist, I guess. She spots O'Hara, runs that bitch over with a car, picks up her gun, and walks off. Can somebody please say gangsta bitch? Joyce finally catches up with Ponytail, and he ain't really feeling that. He gives her a mean right, but he drops the kid as Kimball finally makes it on the scene.
On the floor! Gonna do this to your own son? Huh?
Drop it! I'm losing it! Hurry!
Relax, okay. Putting it down.
Hurry!
Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Just don't harm the boy.
You get your own goddamn film!
So the class pet that Dominique had stuffed in his sweater the whole time actually turns out to save the day and almost take a bullet. Kimball's not looking so good, y'all. He's doing pretty bad right now. Probably doing worse now because they won't stop shooting him. Ponytail's mom goes full Griselda Blanco, but O'Hara finally came in, standing on business, beating up old ladies. Now Kimball is pretty shot up. I think he'll be fine. I mean, they did call her Amalam. They called the Amalam. Fast forward a couple days and my man Kimball is up in the hospital eating his Jello loaf. O'Hara comes in and just makes it fucking weird.
But I am gonna kiss you.
Bitch, your boyfriend is outside.
Hey, how's everybody feeling today? Listen, I brought some food for you. Did I do that?
You bringing this nigga food, he kissing your girl. Meanwhile, back in Astoria, the kids are pretty much moved on. They think they never gonna see Mr. Kimball again, but he pulls a surprise on them, man, and he blows the whistle that they all remember from the montage, and everybody's happy, especially love interest lady, because this means she can continue her inappropriate fucking behavior around your kids. Also, I never really understood what he means by I'm back. Is he visiting? Is he a cop in this town now? Did he move? Is he a teacher at this school permanently? If he's the permanent teacher, did he go to school for that? Ain't you supposed to go to like teacher school to be teaching folk? It's crazy. They never really explain it, and it's always bothered me. So if you like this type of content, you like 80s and 90s movies and TV shows, pop culture, and you like these sort of comedic retrospectives by a nigga that was there. Like, ain't none of this my first time watching nothing. I was there when these movies came out. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with my page, man. I'm Red Kool-Aid. I'll see you next time.